saw daylight in you.
I don't want to be a star. I want to be a legend.
I'm going down to the Greyhound station. Gonna get a ticket to ride.
I know it's strange. Seems like since we got married, I've been gone all the time.
Kids and sit down by side.
But I'm a salesman of songs.
Riding till the sun
Every song I hear about a man and woman, I think about us and cry.
feed the pigeons and play.
The thing about Blaze,
Turn the night into day.
you understood. If you want to write a song,
You bring your ass over here, ZZ Top.
everyone's going to tell you that you got to live that song.
You're a pathetic drunk.
But that is not it.
Just sing, would you?
You're going to have to die a little.
Drunken angel.
I had a little bit of love, enough to put into some songs.
Michael David Fuller, later to be known by the stage name Blaze Foley, died February 1st, 1989 at the rare age of 39. Blaze Foley was a country singer slash musician who I don't think had any songs or albums that were highly recognized until after his death. His wife, Sybil Rosen, released a memoir of their lives together called Living in the Woods in a Tree, Remembering Blaze by Sybil Rosen. I thought that the actor who played Sybil Rosen in this movie, Alia Shawkat, gave a fantastic performance as Blaze Foley's wife. I really felt the relationship in this movie, and it felt real and genuine. The actor, Ben Dickey, who plays Blaze Foley in this movie, is a country folk singer slash musician in his own right. And I thought that Ben Dickey in this movie also gave a fantastic performance, just like Alia Shawkat. The poster for this movie says, "A Texas Love Story." And that's exactly what this is. With these two actors, Ben Dickey and Alia Shawkat in this movie, playing a couple that is based off of a real couple, I felt the connection and the magic between these two actors. Watching this romance blossom throughout this movie is absolutely one of the high points throughout this entire movie. Just like any other love story, you have your meeting, you have your togetherness, you have your differences, you have your love and Cloud 9 experience, you have your separation, you have your Dreamville, you have your rough session, you have your heartbreak. Now, for anyone who has researched or know who Blaze Foley is, knows that the love story does not have a happy ending. Doing a little bit of research and finding out who Blaze Foley was, listening to his music, you get a basic sense of who he was as a person. Now, I have not read the novel by his wife, which I do plan on reading, by the way. I have not read it, but just watching this movie, seeing the actor, and watching a few videos of Blaze Foley and hearing a couple of his songs, which I do like, it paints an overall picture of who this guy was. And in my opinion, it feels like Blaze Foley was a guy who put his heart and soul into his music and into everything he did. Watching the movie, he put his heart and soul in his relationship. He put his blood, his life into his music, and I felt that. And I felt that Ben Dickey delivered that in his performance, channeling Blaze Foley, and it was phenomenal. The only real negative things I can say about this movie is, just looking at Blaze Foley's biography on Wikipedia, which is not always 100% correct because anybody can go in here and edit something, but just looking at Wikipedia, it's saying that Foley was close friends with this guy named Townes Van Zandt, And in the movie, Townes Van Zandt is played by Charlie Sexton, and Charlie Sexton is a musician in his own right, and I didn't know that going into this movie. I thought Charlie Sexton gave a good performance, but just reading Blaze Foley's Wikipedia page and learning about this, it seems to me that the character wasn't perfectly illustrated in this movie, because when the character, he's in the movie kind of giving the audience a perspective of Blaze Foley's life as his friend, I got that within the interview that the character was giving, but within the context of the story, when we were first introduced to the character, whereas apparently the film is saying, Blaze met this guy at an event, it just wasn't perfectly illustrated to me. I didn't know who Charlie Sexton was playing. I didn't understand that character's relationship to Blaze within the context of the movie, so I thought that relationship could have been more, there could have been more added to that relationship just to give it more context. Overall, I really like this movie. It definitely makes me want to read Sybil Rosen's book, and it definitely makes me want to listen to Blaze Foley's music. There are a few songs that I did like while watching this movie. There were a couple of videos that I've watched of Blaze Foley singing some songs, and it sounds really good. He's straightforward, and like I said, it seems like he put his blood, sweat, tears, soul, emotion, and heart, everything into his music, and I really like that. A couple of things that could have been a bit more polished within the narrative of the story, but I did feel like by the end it came together as a whole. So overall, I would give Blaze, directed by Ethan Hawke, a solid A. I give it a solid A because it did bring some emotion out of me. It did introduce me to a person who I am now interested in, who I want to listen to their music, and I want to read that book, and I want to know more about this person. He seems like a very fascinating person, so I'm glad this movie was made and teaching me who this guy was, and I like him. I like this movie. Check it out if you haven't already. Playing in your local theater, or when it comes out on video, watch it. I highly recommend this movie. It's very good. It's great. Blaze by Ethan Hawke, solid A. Love it movie. So that's all I have to say. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
In his oval room, in his rocking chair, he's the president, but I don't care. He's a businessman. He got business ties, he got dollar signs